Hey everybody, it's Zero here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. Now, how's your guys' day going? My day's going pretty good. We're doing, much of the same. This time Seth, though, he's, gotta get him up. I know that the grinding seems endless. The time we actually made progress, it was probably only about 3 or 4 minutes of stuff. And then we have like 4 or 5 episodes of grinding, but this is the way, this is how I roll, babe. Tits are GTFO. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, recording this right after the last one, so, energy's still high, somehow, 2 in the morning. It's still fucking hot in here. And we're just going to roll with things. This episode, like I said, we're grinding some more. Having some, fun times. I like to think of my videos like a shady fucking carnival. The rides may be rickety, but you're still gonna have a good time. Just don't talk to that creepy guy in the back selling, balloons and cocaine. Out in the open selling balloons and cocaine. But anyway, let's talk about the message of the day, question of the day thing. Next time I do one of these layouts, because I'm not changing my whole layout for this now, but I'm so putting QOTD instead of MOTD. Because all of these have been, questions, not messages. A message is like, have a nice day, not, like today's, what is the game you are looking forward to coming out most? Mine, it just came out, so, well, just came out like a week ago or so, and that was, The Evil Within. I was really, I hadn't heard of it up until like 2 months ago, and then I was just really hyped for it. And usually I don't get super hyped for like games anymore, except I'm really hyped for a couple, but like usually it takes a lot to get me for me to have any sort of hype towards a game. Because I know more than likely I'm not gonna be able to play it for, play it all the way through. Because, at the moment I don't have time to actually time or money to actually be buying, new games. It's fucking crazy. But, anyway, The Evil Within, I did actually get to play that for a bit. Right before ding! Seth just leveled up. Anyway, I did get to play that for a bit, right before Hell in a Cell started. My friend came over, and he'd rented it, and we played it for a bit. I have to say that game has excellent atmosphere. I love it. And, we were playing the 360 version, which, obviously it doesn't look as good, the load times are longer, the textures aren't as good, frame rate isn't as good, but it still looked really good even on last gen's consoles. I really liked it. I think that, and if you don't know, the director for, well, the guy who pretty much made the first few Resident Evil games, was pretty much making this game. So, even within the first, because we only played up to like chapter 4 or something, there were quite a few like little references to Resident Evil games, that I could recognize. And they were, like little cool little things. And like I said, the atmosphere was excellent. And it was super fucking hard though. Maybe I'm just a bitch, but to me it was really hard. You know, it was a survival horror game. Ammo shortages, traps, you know, shit that's just like, how do I even? It took some aspects from The Last of Us too, like there were bottles and shit that you could throw to, you know, get the things' attention. I don't know if they ever give them a name. The enemy things, the fucking gross things. Anyway, yeah, it was good. If I had more time to, you know, fuck around with it, I would. Other games I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. I wasn't too much big a fans of Ruby and Sapphire, but it's, you know, something to get excited about, I guess. I'm probably not gonna get them right away, but, you know, 420 YOLO swag it, whatever. What I'm really looking forward to is Persona 5. When that comes out, I will probably get that day of release. If, you know, we don't get like a pre-order thing. I'm not one for pre-ordering games, but, you know, that would be one I would pre-order. Because I am so hyped on the Persona series as a whole right now. And I just love games to death. I'm thinking of doing something on this channel later down the line. You know, after we conquer some of the things that we are doing right now. You know, there's a lot of things I want to do, and it's just, it's crazy to me, but at the same time, I want to do things, but we're gonna play a Persona game eventually. And not one or two. I'll tell you that right now. Although I heard the story in 2 is really good, but I cannot. Ugh. That battle system. I need to look up how to be good at that game, because I own it on my Vita. It's there. I paid $5 for it, and as soon as we got past all the shit and into the battle stuff, it was just like, ah, shit, what the fuck. I heard they're really good though, and I want to play it like really bad, but at the same time, it's like I really like, you know, Persona 3 battle system into, you know, Persona 4. I really, you know, Persona 4 Golden hit it perfect. I think that the, you know, everything about that game was damn near as good as it could get. And that's why I'm excited about Persona 5. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get it on, you know, next gen. I'm going to have to deal with this gen. I'm sure there's gonna be no differences story-wise, but I'd like it to look pretty. You know, I'd like it to look as pretty as possible. Because, you know, Persona games, the atmosphere in those is usually really good. And the, you know, the character designs, and, you know, it's just nice to look at. Even, like, people like to talk about graphics, but, you know, graphics get dated. If you just create something that looks good artistically, it will age a whole lot better. But we're about to wrap up here, guys, so you know what, you guys have a nice day and all that stuff. I wish I could think of like a song quote to go out on, but I can't. But bye, guys.